Revelation chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire. And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. Kol Haloyim La Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakahakadash. Double honors and salutations to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that taught us this truth that rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect and to the 1/3 men, women, and children of Israel, and to the Israelite foreigners who has the appearance of the heathens, but their lineage, their seed lines from their fathers goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom. I want to make a quick video here about wool, okay? And who here is like wool? All right, your so-called Negroes, man. All right, but you also have Hamites and Japhetic people. Their hair is likened to like wool to some degree too. Some of most of them is curly. All right, but this is pertaining to Israelites, man. All right, so over here in the Americas, hey, you have to ask yourself, why did they change the definition of wool? All right. Now, this here is a book copyrighted in 2007. It's a children's book that I had bought for my daughter some years back. All right. So we're going to get some different definitions out of two books. So this here, we have wool, and it reads here, the soft, thick, curly hair of sheep and certain animals such as the llama and alpaca. Wool is spun into yarn, is used to make fabric. All right. Steel wool. Now, this here, the Saquon Malcolm, man, put me on this book here. I got some years back when I first started watching them. This is a dictionary from 1933, the Winston Simplified, and through the Holy Spirit, he put me on to this, and this really enlightened me when I first started watching them. So we have the word wool. Salakia, I was looking for. Okay. We have the word wool here. It's kind of goofy, moving it with this phone. All right, let's zone in on the word wool. There we go. It reads, the fine, often curly hair that covers the domestic sheep, also the somewhat similar hair of certain animals as the goat, the alpaca, right? Like we read that in the children's dictionary, right? Of certain other animals. No, I read that already. What it says here, the under fur or down of any animal as the seal, as distinguished from the longer and stiffer hairs. Anything resembling the wool of sheep, as steel wool, cotton wool. Here's a point. The kinky hair of Negroes. There it is, right there in the middle. The kinky hair of Negroes. See that? The kinky hair of Negroes. Okay, that's from the Winston Simplified Dictionary, 1933. Now, let's head here to the Young's Bible Dictionary. All right. Now, hey, all skin folk ain't kinfolk, right? Because you have Salakia. They try to call us African Americans where we're not African at all. Okay. The Africans are Hamites. Okay. let's get this definition for Ham. It says here, Ham, the son of Noah, the father of Cush, Egypt, Put, and Canaan. See further on each of these four. While they may have all been dark-skinned, while they may all be dark-skinned, forefathers of the Negroid races. No, Salakia. Salakia. Okay, let me read this all again. Salakia. Ham, a son of Noah and father of Cush, Egypt, Put, and Canaan. See further on each of the four. While they may have all been dark-skinned, they were not the forefathers of the Negroid races, but rather of peoples associated with Egypt in the north of the continent of Africa, all right, which was previously called the land of Canaan, all right, because who did they name that land after? Scipio Africanus, all right. Yeah, so that's the point right there. They were not the forefather of the Negroid races. Okay. So now let's read Revelation 1:14. His head and his hairs. Let me keep it on this here. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burn in the furnace. All right, that's why your Israelites are different shades of brown, but through the scattering, okay, we've mingled our seed with heathen women, man. Okay, so it doesn't matter about what your appearance is. It's all about the spirit. Romans 8:16. Okay. But the progenitor, race is used as an indication. Okay. Many times. Right. And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burn in a furnace, and his voice as a sound as many waters. Okay. Now let's grab this account of King David's son Absalom, man. 2 Samuel 18:9. And it reads here, and Absalom met with the servants of David, and Absalom rode upon a mule, and the mule went under the thick boughs of a great oak, and his head caught hold of the oak, and he was taken up between the heaven and the earth, and the mule that was under him went away. All right. So real quick, man, let's Google this Absalom and see what Esau give you. They have any okay, they gonna have an image. Let's see the image. Look what Esau gives you, man. He gives you the pale face Edomite, so-called white man, the red Hebrew Edomite. This is iconoclasm. Now, everybody know that the so-called white man hair, it hangs, all right? It's weak. It hangs on their shoulder. So you mean to tell me he riding, his hair got caught like that? No. Not at all. Not at all. This is how Absalom hair went. Let's get this. And I speak as a man. I believe Edom really took this from Jake when Jake was ruling in those when Jake was ruling in the medieval times. Jake, Esau, he all he does is copy, man. So this thing here, hat that these Edomites have over there in London on their head, this resembles how Absalom hair might have looked, man. That ain't nothing but a tall afro. Okay? That's a tall afro. And Absalom, King David's son, he's definitely not going to have long, stringy hair, man. All right? He is definitely not going to have long, stringy hair. It was something I wanted to get. Says, why do they have to make soldiers appear taller and more intimidated when in combat? Hey, that's an afro, because hey, that's why they don't like Jake to wear afros and those sort of things, man, because it's intimidating. All right, to these other nations. Right? Damn, it was a point that I had saw. Of course, they took it away. But anyway, so now, how can you tell me that an Edomite's hair will be tall like that to get caught in the tree? And it's our law not to have long hair like that, man. Let's grab it. Let's grab it. 1 Corinthians 11 and 14. And it reads, do not even nature itself teach you that if a man, that's an Israelite man, have long hair, it is a shame unto him. Now, on a side note, let's show how Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, has turned the world upside down. But if a woman have long hair, it is glory to her. For her hair is given her for a covering. Okay? So look how the world is backwards. Jake, so-called mainly the Judite and Benjamin, all right, so-called Black American, so-called Jamaican man. Hey, Jamaican men with a rasta, the dreadlocks, right? They hair grow long as hell. But the Jamaican women can't grow their hair long, right? Just like the so-called Black American man and woman. You see Jake with long dreads or braids, and what do the woman always say? I wish I can grow my hair like that. All you got to do is read Isaiah 3, man, and you see that is our women, man. Okay? Everything is backwards in this world. Man could cut his hair bald this year. Next year, his hair's to the lower part of his back, man, which is effeminate. Because hey, from behind, you can't tell if it's a man or a woman, man. Okay, and hey, these men, hey, you got some men that don't even want to come into the truth because of some stupid ass hair. You give your salvation up for hair. But anyway. So, hey, the Lord's people, man, who the Lord is coming back for is the descendants of Jacob, the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, like I said, you got Israelites that look like the so-called white man with long, stringy hair. All right, now are they of the elect? No, maybe not. They're going to catch that same judgment as 2/3 Jakes. Zechariah 13 and 8, right? So let's grab some more scriptures on how the Israelites would look, man. And we're going to get it straight from the Songs of Solomon, man. King David's son. And that's 1 and 5. It reads, I am black, but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Look not upon me because I am black. All right. And also we're not black because in the Hebrew, this is really just dark skin. Okay. We're different shades of brown. A white and black was a social construct, man. right? 1681, the Virginia Act. This is when a so-called white man put it on law that they were white people, all right, hiding from their biblical lineage, the Edomites. Because the sun have looked upon me, my mother's children were angry with me. They made me the keeper of the vineyard, but my own vineyard have I not kept. Okay. And then we're going to end it off with Daniel 10:7. And it reads, and I, Daniel, alone saw the vision. What was it at? Slakia. Slakia, I want to jump up. Verse 6, his body also was like the beryl, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass. All right. So, and we have here, and the voice of his words like unto the voice of a multitude. All right. So the Lord the Lord voice would make Barry White sound like he still in puberty, man. Deep rumble voice, man. Hey, and these devils be using Barry White's voice on a lot of these commercials, man. You hear, they know that voice is powerful, man. Hence the reason why they try to effeminate us and emasculate the Israelite man, mainly here in America, man, all over the world. All right. So I just wanted to do a quick little video on wool, okay? Because, hey, these Edomites, they try to, go anywhere around what the scriptures say, man. It says white like wool. No, man, these are Negro, the Lord's people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And the reason why Latinos and Native Americans hair look the way it looks, that texture like a so-called white man hair, is because you rape, rob, and pillage the hell out of those people, man. All right? Pillaging and conquering. So with that, I pray it was edifying. Brakateh Hawa, Brakateh Hawa Shai, Ba Hashem Kakada Shalom.